answer questions, I'd just like to introduce the actors and our narrator. This is Tony Antista on the piano. Mary Oliver is Dopey. Does not come from Snow White, but it comes from the original stories, Dopey Leckish. Then we have Golda Ox, it's the L. Whiteburger. Numbskull is Ed Mitchell. My name is Judy Silver, and we'd like to, first of all, we wanted to tell you a little story before we left about how the town of Chelm came to be. And then any questions you want to ask us about the music, our costumes, the stories, we'd be happy to answer. There's a story about how the town of Chelm came to be, and all the fools lived there. Now the story goes like this, that the prophet Elijah, many, many years ago, was flying over all the towns of Poland, and he was holding a sack full of fools. And he was going to drop a fool off in every town, because every town should have its town fool. But over the town of Chelm, the sack ripped, and all the fools fell down, and that's why Chelm became a town of fools. So that's how it came to be. And by the way, Chelm really does exist, though I don't know if everyone there is a fool. It's in Poland. Yes?
How did you get started?
As a performer?
Yeah.
Do any of you perform? Yeah, a lot of people. I guess the same way all of you, when I was a child, my whole life. Yeah. Have to keep it down so I can hear all the questions. Yes. Oh, I don't know. I probably started acting when I was about 6 or 7. Long time ago. I don't even remember. Yeah. Have I done a lot of plays? Yeah, I've done many, many, many plays, and so have a lot of people here. We've all gone to school, we all studied theater, we've all performed different places. Yeah. On the costumes, these costumes are, this is Eastern European peasant costumes. What Ed is wearing, this is an authentic costume. It comes from Mea Shearim, which is in Israel. It's where the religious Jews live. And if any of you are Jewish, have you ever seen pictures of the really religious Jews? Did any of you ever see Fiddler on the Roof? Yeah, or Yentl. And a lot of the men wear costumes like that. They also usually have payas, which are side curls that hang down. And this is authentic, what he's wearing. Yael and I are wearing clothes that, this is what the women would wear. They would wear scarves on their head because they cover their hair so that the hair wouldn't be shown. And they would wear shirts with a little embroidery and shawls and skirts, but they wouldn't be too long because they didn't have paved roads, everything was muddy, and so they wouldn't want to drag their skirts in the mud. And, oh, yeah, and I was, somebody, that's your question about Passover? Oh, someone asked about Passover. Do you guys know that tonight is the first night of Passover? Any of you know that? Who here is Jewish? Raise your hands. So we have some people here are Jewish. Well, Passover is the story. It doesn't really have anything to do with our story, but it's when the Jews were living in Egypt with the Pharaoh and Moses. Have you ever heard of Moses? Okay, well, this is for the ones that don't know. Moses went to the Pharaoh and said, "Let my people go." There's even a song. Way down south in Egypt land, let my people go. So he came to the Pharaoh and he said, "Let my people go," because the Jews were all slaves and they weren't living very well. And the Pharaoh said, "No, I won't let your people go." And Moses wanted them to let his people go, and he didn't know what to do, so he went to God, and God said, "Well, if he doesn't let them go, I will bring plagues upon the Pharaoh." And each time Pharaoh said yes, and then he changed his mind and he said no, and God brought another plague. And I won't go into the plagues, but plagues are bad things that happen to people, and they can kill the crops and kill the animals and bring sickness to the people. And the last plague was killing the firstborn son in every house. And finally, when God did this just to the Egyptians and not to the Jews, the Pharaoh said, "All right, you can take your people away." And so Moses let his people out, but Pharaoh changed his mind. And Moses didn't know what to do, but God said, "Trust in me." And they got to a place called the Red Sea, and God spread the waters of the Red Sea to make a path for the Jews to walk through. And the Jews crossed over the Red Sea, and the Pharaoh's soldiers came behind them, but they didn't make it all the way through, because as soon as the Jews got out on the other side, God let the waters go again, and they covered over all of the soldiers of the Pharaoh, and they killed them, and the Jews were safe. And that's the story of Passover. It's called Passover because all of the Jews put a red X on their door in blood so that the God would pass over their houses and just kill the firstborn in the homes of the non-Jews. That's why it's called Passover, and that's what we're celebrating tonight. Anyway, questions about the show?